Hey there, it's Vicky Marie, and today I have a tag video. So this is going to be a lot of fun. This is called A Little Bit of Everything Tag Questions, and it was originated by R.C. Martinez, Renee, and I was tagged by Lori Fluffy Nomo, and I was also tagged by Kimmy T is me. Thank you, ladies. That was really fun getting tagged by both of you, and I'm like, okay, I've got to get on this video. But I've been out of town for a few days with my daughter, if you've been following my vlog. So yeah, I have a little bit of a raspy voice, just staying up late, totally out of my element out there. We had so much fun, and I was going to try to record this while I was out there, but I couldn't. It was just too much going on. So I am playing a bit of catch up. So I've seen several of the tag videos right now. I went and watched several of you to see what your answers were and just to reconnect and catch up. So I've watched Tony and Craig and Sue and Lori and Kimmy. I think that's all the one. Oh, and of course, Renee, R.C. Martinez. I've watched all of your videos and I was thinking, yeah, a lot of my answers will be similar. So, but let's get into it. And then I will tell you who I've tagged. I'm going to tag 3 people at the end. If you can't wait till the end and you're in a hurry, go check the description of my video. I will have all the links to all of the channels that I've mentioned now and will mention at the end in my description. So you can go there and check out their videos, be sure, because they're all awesome, awesome YouTube channels. So without further ado, let's jump in. Yeah, this is a little bit of everything. Question number 1, what time do you normally go to bed? Well, I go to bed early. So John and I go to bed at 9 p.m. And as we get older, it's true we don't need a lot of sleep, but honestly, I still need 8 hours because I don't sleep straight through the night anymore. I get up several times in the night. I don't know if it's just my age, hormones, I don't know, but I will, in between Roscoe wanting to get outside, he's sitting here watching me like, who, me? But yes, you. I get up several times, so I don't get just 8 hours straight. So I do go to bed at 9, or at least get in bed and close my eyes, hopefully fall asleep right away. And we wake up at around 5 a.m. And even on the weekends, it's hard for us to stay up past 9. If we're lucky on the weekends, we'll stay up past 10. So question number 2, if you could close one fast food chain, what would you pick? That's tough because like Tony said, I like something from almost every one of the fast food chains. And until I discovered Popeye's chicken, I would say I couldn't pick KFC. But now I could say, yeah, a lot of you picked KFC. And I'm going to go with that one because we don't really have one in my area. We have to drive across town, which is not a big problem because I don't live in a huge town. But it's still a little bit of an inconvenience, and I have not been to KFC in years. So I do really like to get my chicken from Popeye's Chicken now with their red beans and rice. So yeah, we could close KFC. Let's go with that. And what part, question number 3, what part of your body could use a little lotion? Well, I live in a really dry climate, so I'm always using lotion. And right now, my hands are always, I have lotion by every sink. My hands, I have to put lotion on all the time. My elbows, my knees, everything needs lotion, but I'm going to go with my hands because they always, always need lotion. Question 4, when things break, do you prefer to fix them or replace them? I will fix them if I can. If you guys followed my vlog last year, our tread, excuse me, I still have a hoarse throat from being in Vegas. I am sipping on hot water with a little bit of lemon in it. But yeah, I did a lot of yelling at the Blue Man Group and yeah, a little bit at Potted Potter and just a little bit on the just having fun in Vegas. So unfortunately, my yelling is not from winning big at the casino because I didn't. All right, so, but I did win because I really didn't play. I didn't really gamble. I put 25 bucks in the slots and that's what I lost. So I didn't lose, but I didn't win. Um, so yeah, I fix things. And so if you followed my vlog last year, our treadmill broke. We finally fixed it. And I have not followed up yet because um, we filmed us fixing our treadmill, and then I lost the footage, which last year happened to me a lot because I was new on YouTube, and I still am. I mean, I've just been here for just over a year, so I'm still learning a lot, and I did lose the footage, and if I can find it, I'm going to drag that out again. I think, I don't know where it is. I know it's somewhere on one of my computers. So if I can find it, I will put that together. But you can see from that video, that's a prime example. We will go to a lot of extreme to fix things. My husband's an engineer, electrical engineer, and thank goodness for YouTube videos for me because I watch them all the time, and I will try to get as much life out of something as I possibly can. So when we buy things, we usually hang on to them for quite a long time. Plus, some of the old stuff lasts so much longer than some of the new stuff, in my opinion. So, all right, question number 5. If you had all the money in the world, what would be the first thing you'd buy? Well, when I first heard this, I thought, well, if I have all the money in the world, that means nobody else has any. If I have all the money in the world, so what are they going to do? But I kind of know what the question is. It's like if I just had so much money in the world that I would never have to worry about money again, but everybody else still gets to keep their money. Okay, we're going to go with that. So, yeah, I'm a bit jet lagged. So I would say the first thing I would do is I would make sure I would buy a house for both of my kids and my sister and a few other people. If I had all the money in the world, I would do so much, but the first thing I would do is buy homes for the people I love. I mean, John and I have a home, and yeah, I would make sure that everything is paid off on our end. But I don't know that I would go out and just spend money and buy stuff for me right away. I would definitely buy my friends, my family, homes for sure. Okay. Number 6, would you rather keep your current sleep schedule or hibernate for 3 months and have the other 9 of 24/7 alertness without being tired? So for 9 months you're up 24/7, and for 3 months you sleep straight through. Well, I would go with I couldn't hibernate for 3 months. That would drive me nuts because first of all, I guess in this scenario, I would have all the energy I need. I wouldn't need sleep, but I do like getting my sleep at night. I like having an end to the day, and I used to be a night owl, but I'm just not anymore. I cannot imagine staying up late anymore, and I love getting up early when it's still dark, having my coffee and starting my day, and then just listening to the birds start chirping. I just think if I was just up 24/7, I would lose some of that, the rhythm of the day. And that's really what I love about my schedule is I pretty much get up with the birds. I go to sleep a little bit after the birds, but not too long. Yeah, I love being in the flow and with the rhythm of the day. It wasn't always like that for me, so I really do appreciate that now. All right, number 7, have you ever cried at a movie? Name it. Yes, I cry all the time. Kimmy, you said you were a wuss. I'm definitely a wuss. I cry. So the last movie I saw in theaters, I'm pretty sure was Lion King, and it was the latest one that was it was animated, the new one that just came out in 2019, I think. So I think that was the last movie I saw in theaters. I definitely bawled. You guys know which part that would have been. I bawled when Kafasa, is that his name? Kafasa? Yeah, when that all happened. I was just like, oh my gosh, and I was with my daughter. But I'm such a wuss that we were driving to Vegas, and we were listening to music, and Jamie was telling me about the new Frozen, which I really had no interest in watching. I watched the first one, I like music. I like to listen to the soundtrack to all these movies. So we listen to all of these musicals, and we we listen to them and we sing them all the time in our car, which is another reason why my voice is hoarse. Whenever I spend time with Jamie, we spend a lot of time singing. So so she was just telling me about Frozen 2. I didn't even see it yet. She was just telling me about it, and she teared up and I started crying. So I just cry at the thought of these things. I haven't even seen Frozen 2 yet, but I will now because she told me I need to see it. Question number 8, is never returning something you borrowed considered stealing? All right, this was kind of tough because some of you said yes and some of you said no. Integrity wise, I feel like I would definitely feel like I was out of integrity and it would be wrong and I really would need to return it. That would bother me. Is it stealing? Stealing is about intent. Alexa, what does stealing mean? Well, that was no help. So, yeah, to me, if you steal something, then you take it without asking. It's definitely theft. And if you borrow something, you are asking permission, and then you don't return it, you are, I think that's I think it's a different thing. I don't think that borrowing something and not returning it is exactly the same thing as theft, but I think they're both an integrity issue big time. So I think conscious wise, they probably merit the same weight as far as how they weigh on you and make you feel guilty. I think they're very similar that way, but I wouldn't say they're the exact same thing, but it is very awkward. If you borrow something, you really should return it. So let's all return anything that we've borrowed. I'm trying to think if I've borrowed anything and haven't returned it.
Oh, goodness. Yes. My friends Mike and Diana, I have a movie that I need to return, but they know it. We borrowed a movie from them. We have not returned it. So, yeah, but I have every intention of returning it. We've only had it a few weeks. Oh my, no, it's been longer than that. Yeah, it's been longer than a few weeks, so, oh my goodness.
I will return that movie. I'm going to put it out today. So, oh my, I'm that friend, I guess. I'm that friend. Question number 9. Would you rather have a clogged nose or a piece of green food always stuck in your teeth? Well, first of all, I really don't have allergies. I'm really lucky that way. So I don't usually, it's very seldom that I have any kind of sinus problems or anything like that. And if I get anything caught in my teeth back here, I get a headache really, really bad. Oh, I really don't want to. I think if I had a clogged nose all the time, I wouldn't be able to work out. It would be miserable. I'm going to go with, I'll take green food always caught in my teeth as long as I can choose which tooth. And I'm going to choose the one in the way back. And I'm just going to choose a tiny bit. And then I will probably just go in and, I don't know, do something. But probably a piece of green food stuck in my way back tooth. But it's probably going to give me a headache. But if I have a clogged nose all the time, I'm going to probably have something else go wrong. So I can't win either way. Renee, if you came up with these questions, thanks a lot. All right, question number 10. What is something you learned in the last week? Well, I spent the last week with my daughter, and it made me realize, okay, I'm going to get sappy here, what it feels like to be a mom and to have your kids grow up. And then those times that you get to spend, like the times I get to spend with her, I realize I can never go back. I cannot go back to when my kids were little. It's, it's a new experience with them now. And we have a close relationship, but it's different than when they were kids. And we both have had to learn, all of us, even my son, even though he wasn't with us this last week, but it applies to him too, that we can't go back. It's all about learning to adjust and move forward in this new way of life, this new way of living and doing things. And it's a little bittersweet, but you can't resist it. You have to go with the flow. Here is a little poem that articulates exactly what I learned this past week.
Fear by Cahill Gibran. It is said that before entering the sea, a river trembles with fear. She looks back at the paths she has traveled, from the peaks of the mountains, the long winding road, crossing forest and villages, and in front of her she sees an ocean so vast that to enter there seems nothing more than to disappear forever. But there is no other way. The river cannot go back. Nobody can go back. To go back is impossible in existence. The river needs to take the risk of entering the ocean, because only then will fear disappear, because that's where the river will know. It's not about disappearing into the ocean, but of becoming the ocean.
I'm going to tag 3 people now. Several people have already been tagged, but I have some great people here, and I hope that you guys do these. I'm going to first tag All Things Wendy Lee. I'm going to tag you, and Keto for Deb. I'm going to tag you, and Breeze with Africa. I'm tagging you. I'm tagging the 3 of you. Now I went and looked to make sure it looked like you guys were on board with tag videos. Not everyone is, and I realize that. So if it's not something that's really in sync and in line with what your YouTube channel is all about, don't feel any pressure. But just in my interaction and getting to know the 3 of you, it just seemed like it would be a good fit. So I would love to see you guys do this. And if you are not familiar with their channels, please go check them out. I will have the link to all of their channels in the description of my video. All right, guys, that's my video today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Do go check out their channels. Thank you again, Lori and Kimmy T. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would love to have you here. So do subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like videos like this, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.